I'm standing outside La Piazza on Chicago's Magnificent Mile, smoothing down my navy dress from Macy's. The one I tried on 3 times before buying. Tonight marks 7 years of marriage to Bennett, and my heart pounds with excitement. Through the window, I can see candlelight flickering on white tablecloths. The smell of garlic bread drifts out every time the door opens. I push inside, scanning for my husband. The hostess smiles. Reservation for Reynolds? Yes, anniversary dinner, I say, beaming. She leads me through the crowded restaurant. I spot Bennett at our corner table, the one I specifically requested weeks ago. But he's not alone. A woman with long dark hair sits across from him, laughing at something he just said. My feet freeze. That's Zara. His college ex-girlfriend. Bennett looks up and waves casually, like this is completely normal. Hey, Han, meet Zara. My stomach drops like a stone. The menu slips from my trembling fingers. I force my legs to move forward. Each step feels like walking through thick mud. Zara turns, her smile bright and confident. She's wearing a designer dress that probably costs more than my entire outfit. Mara. So wonderful to finally meet you properly, she says, extending her perfectly manicured hand. I shake it mechanically, my palm sweating. Hi. Bennett pulls out my chair. Zara was just in town for a conference. I ran into her this afternoon and thought it would be nice to catch up. You don't mind, right? Mind? This is our anniversary dinner. The reservation I made. The dress I bought specifically for tonight. The evening I've been looking forward to for months. Of course not, I hear myself say, the words tasting like ash. The waiter appears with champagne. 3 glasses. Bennett raises his. To old friends and new memories. Zara giggles and clinks her glass against his. I stare at my untouched champagne, watching bubbles rise and burst. Bennett and Zara launch into story after story. College parties. Inside jokes. That time they snuck into the dean's office. Each memory excludes me completely. Remember when we stayed up all night studying for Dr. Morrison's exam? Zara touches Bennett's arm. God, yes. And we ended up watching the sunrise from the library roof instead. Bennett's eyes light up in a way they haven't for me in months. I grip my fork so tightly my knuckles turn white. Around us, other diners are glancing over. An elderly couple at the next table whispers to each other. A waiter raises his eyebrow as he passes. My face burns with humiliation. I'm sitting at my own anniversary dinner, and I'm the third wheel. The outsider. The woman who doesn't belong. That dress looks amazing on you, Zara, Bennett says, his voice warm. She laughs. You always knew how to make a girl feel special. My throat tightens. When was the last time he complimented me like that? Excuse me, I whisper, standing abruptly. My chair scrapes loudly against the floor. Bennett barely glances up. Everything okay? Just need the restroom. I walk quickly through the restaurant, my vision blurring. Inside the bathroom, I grip the cold porcelain sink and stare at my reflection. My carefully applied makeup is still perfect, but my eyes look hollow. Dead. The fluorescent lights flicker overhead. The sharp scent of lemon soap fills my nose. I splash cold water on my face, trying to calm the rage building in my chest. How did I get here? How did I become so invisible in my own marriage? Suddenly, memories flood in. Bennett texting someone at midnight 3 weeks ago, angling his phone away from me. Just work stuff, he'd said. Last month, he canceled our planned weekend getaway, claiming his friend needed help moving. 2 months ago, mysterious charges on our credit card for an expensive restaurant I'd never been to. I pull out my phone with shaking hands. My reflection stares back at me from the screen, mascara slightly smudged now, lips trembling. On the bathroom counter sits the leather bill holder the waiter must have left earlier. Inside is our check. Not yet paid. I pull out the pen and stare at the blank receipt. My hand hovers over the paper. Then the words come, fast and furious. You chose her over me. Here's your dinner. I read it twice. My handwriting shakes with barely controlled anger. Each word carries the weight of 7 years of marriage, of trust, of promises broken in a single evening. I crumple a napkin in my left hand to steady myself. My right hand grips the pen like a weapon. This is it. The moment everything changes. I fold the note carefully, tuck it into the bill holder, and take one last deep breath. My reflection straightens in the mirror. Shoulders back. Head high. I walk back to the table with surprising calmness. Bennett and Zara are leaning close together, looking at something on his phone. They're laughing so hard that tears stream down Zara's face. Neither notices me approaching. I place the bill holder, note inside, directly in front of Bennett's untouched plate. Then I grab my purse from my chair. Mara? Bennett finally looks up, confused. Where are you going? Enjoy your dinner, I say quietly. Both of you. I turn and walk toward the exit. My heels click against the tile floor. Behind me, I hear Bennett say, "What the hell?" The cool night air hits my face as I step outside. My phone starts buzzing immediately. Bennett's name flashes across the screen. Once. Twice. 3 times. I silence it and keep walking. By the time I reach my car 2 blocks away, I have 7 missed calls. I sit in the driver's seat, gripping the steering wheel. Then I finally let myself cry. I drive home in silence, city lights blurring past my tear-filled eyes. My phone keeps buzzing with texts. Bennett texted, "What the hell, Mara? You embarrassed me in front of Zara. Come back right now." Not "I'm sorry." Not "let me explain." Just anger that I dared to leave. He said, "This is so childish. We're trying to have a nice dinner and you're being dramatic." Fine. Stay mad. But you're overreacting. Each message makes my anger burn hotter. I pull into our driveway and sit in the dark car, staring at our house. The house we bought together. The life we built together. Or at least, the life I thought we built. Inside, everything looks different somehow. Colder. Emptier. I walk through rooms filled with 7 years of memories. The couch where we used to cuddle during movies. The kitchen where he'd surprise me with breakfast. The bedroom where we once couldn't keep our hands off each other. When did it all change? I open my laptop and start searching through our shared cloud account. 3 months ago, a photo I don't remember him taking. Zara at a coffee shop, smiling at the camera. The caption reads, "Good seeing you again." I scroll back further. 6 months ago, random run-in with an old friend. It's Zara again, standing next to him at Navy Pier. 8 months ago, a screenshot of a text conversation. I can only see Bennett's side. Miss talking to you too. We should definitely meet up soon. My hands shake on the keyboard. This wasn't a coincidence tonight. This has been going on for months. Maybe longer. I hear his car pull into the driveway at 11 p.m. The front door slams open. "Mara." His voice echoes through the house. "Where are you?" I'm sitting in the dark living room, my laptop glowing in front of me. I don't answer. He finds me there, his face red with anger. What the hell was that at the restaurant? Bennett throws his keys on the coffee table. You made me look like a terrible husband. I stare at him. Really look at him. His gray blazer is wrinkled now. His hair messy from running his hands through it. He looks like a stranger. You invited your ex-girlfriend to our anniversary dinner, I say quietly. She's not my ex-girlfriend anymore, she's an old friend. He paces across the room. You're being completely irrational. She was only in town for one night, and I thought it would be nice to include her. What's wrong with that? Everything, I whisper. Everything is wrong with that. He runs his hand through his hair, a gesture I used to find endearing. Now it just irritates me. You're overreacting. Zara is harmless. You're acting jealous and insecure, and honestly, it's not attractive. The word hits me like a slap. Not attractive. As if my feelings don't matter. As if being hurt by my husband bringing another woman to our anniversary is somehow my fault. I'm calling Danica, I say, pulling out my phone. Oh, great. Run to your friend like you always do. Bennett's voice drips with sarcasm. I dial anyway. My best friend Danica answers on the first ring. Mara? What's wrong? You sound upset. I put her on speaker. Tell Bennett what you think about him bringing Zara to our anniversary dinner. Danica's voice turned sharp. He did what? Bennett, are you serious? That's beyond disrespectful. That's cruel. This is between me and my wife, Bennett snaps. Your wife is my best friend, and you treated her horribly tonight. I can hear Danica's teacher voice coming out, the one she uses on misbehaving students. Don't you dare gaslight her into thinking her feelings aren't valid. I know what you did. Everyone will know what you did. Bennett's face goes pale. Mara, please. Can we talk about this privately? Get out, I say quietly. Sleep on the couch. I don't want to look at you right now. He stares at me for a long moment, then leaves the room, muttering under his breath about me being overdramatic. I spend the next 3 days gathering evidence. I create a private folder on my laptop and start screenshotting everything. Photos of Zara from his cloud account. Text messages he tried to hide. Credit card statements showing dinners at expensive restaurants on nights he claimed to be working late. I find more than I expected. A hotel receipt from 2 months ago. Messages where he calls her beautiful and talks about old times. Calendar entries marked Z, lunch during supposed work meetings. Each piece of evidence feels like a knife to my chest, but I keep going. I need to see the full picture. I need proof that I'm not crazy. That my feelings are justified. By day 3, I have a timeline. This affair, because that's what it is, has been going on for at least 9 months. Meanwhile, I start focusing on myself. I join the gym near my marketing office. I sign up for a 5K race happening in spring. I reconnect with colleagues I'd been neglecting. I post a photo on Instagram, me and Danica at a comedy club, both of us laughing. The caption reads, "Laughing again." Within an hour, Bennett texts me. Feeling better? I type back simply, I am. I can feel his panic through the screen. He's realizing I'm not falling apart. That I'm moving on. That his control over me is slipping. The next day, I post another photo. Me at the gym in workout clothes, sweaty but smiling. Feeling strong. Comments flood in. Friends I haven't spoken to in months reach out with messages of support. My coworker Lisa texts, "You look amazing. Girls' night soon?" Bennett watches from the couch where he's been sleeping. I see him scrolling through my posts, his expression darkening. He's becoming paranoid, convinced I'm planning something. He's right to be worried. One morning, my phone buzzes with a DM on Instagram. It's from an account I don't recognize at first. Then I read the name. Zara. My finger hovers over the message. Is this a trap? Is Bennett putting her up to this? I open it. Mara, I'm so sorry. Bennett lied to me too. I thought I was the only one. Can we talk? I stare at the message for a full minute. My first instinct is to block her. She's part of the reason my marriage is falling apart. But something in her words makes me pause. I thought I was the only one. I type back, coffee? Tomorrow at 2 p.m.? Lou's Cafe on Clark Street. Her response is immediate. Thank you. I'll be there. The next afternoon, I arrive early. Lou's is busy, full of students with laptops and couples sharing pastries. Zara is already at a corner table, nervously stirring a latte. She looks different than she did at the restaurant. Smaller somehow. Less confident. Thank you for coming, she says as I sit down. I wasn't sure you would. I almost didn't. I order a coffee from the passing waiter. Why did you message me? Zara takes a shaky breath. Because Bennett told me you two were separated. That you'd been having problems for over a year and were basically just roommates waiting for the right time to divorce. My coffee cup freezes halfway to my lips. He said what? He's been pursuing me for months. Tears fill Zara's eyes. Texting constantly. Asking me out. Telling me how unhappy he was with you. I didn't want to get involved because of your marriage, but he convinced me it was already over. That anniversary dinner? He told me it was just a friendly dinner you'd all agreed to. Not an actual celebration. The cafe spins around me. I set down my cup before I drop it. I'm so sorry, Mara. Zara wipes her eyes with a napkin. When I saw your face that night, I knew something was wrong. Then I saw his social media posts about being a devoted husband, and I realized he'd been playing both of us. She pulls out her phone and starts showing me screenshots. Messages where Bennett calls me cold and distant. Messages where he tells Zara he's falling for her. Messages where he plans their future together. Why are you showing me this? I finally ask. Zara looks me in the eye. Because he doesn't get to ruin both our lives. I want to help you expose him. Over the next week, Zara sends me everything. Every text. Every email. Every voicemail where Bennett promised her a future while promising me he'd change. The evidence is overwhelming. Undeniable. I organize it all in my folder, cross-referencing dates and times. Creating a timeline that proves Bennett has been living a double life. Danica is shocked when I tell her about my alliance with Zara. Are you sure you can trust her? Honestly? I don't know. But right now, we have a common enemy. Bennett continues sleeping on the couch, but he's becoming increasingly desperate. He brings me flowers one day. Mara, please. I made a mistake. Can we talk? There's nothing to talk about, I say, throwing the flowers in the trash the moment he leaves for work. He posts on social media, old photos of us with captions like missing my beautiful wife and fighting for my marriage. His comments fill with support from people who don't know the truth. But I'm not ready to reveal everything yet. Not until the moment is perfect. 1 week later, I texted Bennett. Let's talk. Really talk. Meet me at La Piazza on Saturday at 7 p.m. He responds immediately. Really? You mean it? Yes. Just us. We need to clear the air. Thank you, Mara. I love you so much. I'll make this right. What he doesn't know is that Zara and Danica will be there too. Hidden at first, but ready. And I've invited a few other people, people who deserve to know the truth. Saturday arrives. I wear the same navy dress from our ruined anniversary. When I walk into La Piazza, the hostess recognizes me. Welcome back, she says sympathetically. I arrived 15 minutes early. Zara and Danica are already at a nearby table, pretending not to know me. My heart pounds as I sit at the same corner table where everything fell apart. Bennett arrives exactly at 7, looking nervous but hopeful. He's wearing a fresh shirt and cologne. He even brought roses. You look beautiful, he says, trying to kiss my cheek. I turn my head. Sit down, Bennett. We need to talk. Bennett sits across from me, setting the roses on the empty chair. I'm so glad you're willing to work through this. I know I messed up, but let me talk first, I say calmly. I pull out my phone and open the folder. The one with 9 months of evidence. I want to show you something. His eyes narrow. What is that? The truth. I turn my phone so he can see the screen. A text message conversation between him and Zara from 6 months ago. Tonight was incredible. Can't stop thinking about you. Bennett's face drains of color. Mara, I can explain, I'm not finished. I swipe to the next screenshot. Then the next. Hotel receipts. Text messages. Photos. Calendar entries. All of it laid out in chronological order. Around us, other diners are starting to notice. The hostess glances over. A waiter pauses mid-step. You told Zara we were separated, I say, my voice steady despite the rage burning in my chest. You told her I was cold. Distant. That our marriage was over. That's not, she's lying, she's here, Bennett. Want to ask her yourself? Zara stands from her table and walks over. Bennett's eyes go wide. What is this? What's going on? This is the truth coming out, Zara says quietly. She pulls out her own phone. Every message you sent me. Every lie you told. Every promise you made to both of us. Danica joins us too, arms crossed. You're disgusting, Bennett. Do you have any idea what you've done? People at nearby tables are openly staring now. Some are recording on their phones. Bennett's face turns bright red. This is insane, he sputters. You're ganging up on me. This is what you deserve. I pull out the note from our ruined anniversary, the one I wrote in the bathroom. I'd kept it. Smoothed it out and saved it. I read it aloud for everyone to hear. You chose her over me. Here's your dinner. The restaurant goes quiet. Even the kitchen seems to stop clattering. You chose disrespect over love, I continue. You chose lies over honesty. You chose to destroy our marriage while making me think I was crazy for being hurt. Bennett stands abruptly. I don't have to listen to this. You're all crazy. Sit down, Danica says firmly. Everyone here deserves to know what kind of man you are. But Bennett is already backing toward the door. This is harassment. I'm leaving. Go ahead, I say. But everyone already knows. I've sent the evidence to your coworkers. Your family. Our friends. They all know what you did. His face crumbles. You wouldn't. Mara, please, I already did. 2 hours ago. Check your phone. Bennett fumbles for his phone. I see his hands shaking as he scrolls through messages. His mother. His brother. His boss. All of them have received a carefully worded email with selected evidence attached. You ruined me, he whispers. No, Bennett. You ruined yourself. I just made sure everyone else could see it. He stumbles out of the restaurant, leaving the roses wilting on the chair. The restaurant slowly returns to normal. Conversations resume. The waiter approaches nervously. Your meals are on the house, he says quietly. All of you. 3 months pass. Spring arrives in Chicago, bringing warmer weather and new beginnings. I throw myself into my work at the marketing firm. My boss, impressed by my recent initiative, promotes me to senior account manager. I celebrate with my team at a rooftop bar, laughing and toasting to success. I run the 5K race I signed up for. My legs burn and my lungs ache, but I cross the finish line with Danica cheering in the crowd. The medal around my neck feels like more than just a racing achievement. It feels like proof that I can do hard things. Bennett tries to contact me a few more times. Apologetic emails. Desperate voicemails. But I've moved on. I file for divorce, and he doesn't contest it. He can't. Everyone knows what he did. I hear through mutual friends that he's struggling. Lost some respect at work. His family is disappointed. Zara blocked him completely after our confrontation. But I don't feel sorry for him. I feel free. One Saturday afternoon, I'm at Lou's Cafe with Danica when I notice a man at the next table. He's sketching in a notebook, occasionally glancing up at the street outside. When he catches me looking, he smiles apologetically. Sorry, I'm an architect. Can't help but notice interesting building designs. He gestures to the historic brownstone across the street. Don't apologize. I love old Chicago architecture, I say. His name is Tom. He's kind, funny, and genuinely interested in what I have to say. We talk for an hour about buildings, about work, about our favorite spots in the city. When he asks for my number, I hesitate for only a moment. Then I say yes. Over the next few months, Tom and I start dating. Slowly. Carefully. He never pushes. Never makes me feel small. Never makes me doubt myself. He treats me the way I should have been treated all along. 6 months after the confrontation at La Piazza, Tom asks me to dinner. Somewhere special, he says mysteriously. When we pull up outside La Piazza, my heart stops. Tom, I can't, this place, I know, he says gently. Danica told me what happened here. But I want to create a new memory with you. A good one. We can leave right now if you want. But I thought maybe it was time to reclaim this place. I take a deep breath. Okay. Let's go in. The hostess recognizes me immediately and seats us at a different table, one by the window with a view of the street. Tom orders wine. We talk and laugh, and slowly, I feel the bad memories fading. Halfway through dinner, I glance toward the entrance. And freeze. Bennett is walking in with a woman I don't recognize. She looks uncomfortable, constantly checking her phone. Bennett looks older somehow. Tired. When he sees me through the window from outside, his steps falter. Our eyes meet. I watch Bennett debate whether to come inside or leave. He's clearly embarrassed, caught between wanting to avoid me and not wanting to look weak in front of his date. He comes in. The hostess seats them on the opposite side of the restaurant, but I can feel his eyes on me every few minutes. Tom notices. Is that him? Yeah. Do you want to leave? I think about it. Then I smile. No. I'm exactly where I want to be. I reach across the table and take Tom's hand. He squeezes it gently. We continue our conversation, and I don't look at Bennett again. But I know he's watching. Seeing me happy. Seeing me with someone who actually values me. Seeing everything he threw away. When our food arrives, Tom tells me a funny story about a construction mishap at his firm. I laugh, really laugh, in a way I haven't in years. Across the restaurant, Bennett's date is looking at her phone again, clearly bored. He's barely touching his food. He looks miserable. As Tom and I are finishing dessert, tiramisu, my favorite, Bennett stands up. His date stays seated, confused. He walks toward our table, and my whole body tenses. Mara, he says quietly. Can I talk to you? Just for a minute? Tom looks at me, ready to tell Bennett to leave. But I nod. It's okay. Bennett's eyes are red. You look happy. I am. I made the biggest mistake of my life. His voice cracks. I didn't realize what I had until, stop, I say firmly but not unkindly. I didn't come here for your apology. He looks confused. I came here to prove something to myself. That you don't have power over me anymore. That I can be happy in the same place where you tried to humiliate me. I gestured to Tom. I found someone who sees my worth. Someone who would never dream of treating me the way you did. Bennett's face crumples. Mara, please, go back to your date, Bennett. And let me enjoy mine. He stands there for a moment longer, then turns and walks away. I watch him return to his table, shoulders slumped. Tom and I finish our dessert in comfortable silence. When the check comes, he pays without hesitation. This one's on me, he says. To new beginnings. We walk out into the cool Chicago night, hand in hand. Behind us, through the window, I can see Bennett still sitting with his date. She's on her phone. He's staring at his plate. Looking utterly defeated. You okay? Tom asks. I'm perfect, I say honestly. For a long time, I thought that night ruined me. That I'd never be able to trust anyone again or feel happy in my own skin. And now? Now I know it freed me. Bennett showed me exactly who he was. And I got to choose something better. Tom pulls me close and kisses my forehead. I'm glad you chose to give me a chance. Me too. We walk down the magnificent mile, the city lights twinkling around us. My phone buzzes with a text from Danica. How did it go? I type back, perfect. I'll call you tomorrow. Inside La Piazza, Bennett watches us disappear into the crowd. He finally understands what he lost. And I finally understand what I gained, myself, my worth, and a future that doesn't include him. The note I left that night was right. He chose her over me. And in doing so, he chose to lose everything. While I chose to win it all back.